upper to take a picture with my son. Okay, thank you. So sit down, please. So now we are going to read the book. So do you have this book? So you can buy it. You can buy it, or you can just use this book here. But please pay attention, so we could then sell it.
Maybe you sit there because you are not saying what's going on, or you are showing the video.
Who wants to have the copy?
Okay, yeah, but okay. Oh, thank you, sir. I'll listen to you online.
Okay, so it's. So, where we are going to start? So, chapter 1. So here we have seats in front of. So please come here and sit. Have you sit here? Please come in front. Come closer and sit closer. Please. The first chapter.
Ну, я же не могу переводить. А символы я буду читать. Они слышно. Им слышно то, что я перевожу.
Есть пролог и первая глава. Вступление, пролог. Пролог. Пролог, да.
Oh, African lady. You look gorgeous. Look at her. She's beautiful. She's amazing. Come here. Wow.
Книга называется «Правильная и неправильная реакция».
So the book is called The Right and
Не
Unright
стыдно
Reaction.
упасть, стыдно не
So
подняться.
preface.
Карл Макси Брошир. 17-летний подросток Джо Луутон был найден мертвым. Рядом с...
So a 70 years teenager was found.
18-я страница.
This page 18, so preface. So
17-летний подросток
a 70 years
Джо Луутон
old
был найден
teenager,
мертвым.
Joe Lawton,
Рядом с
was
ним
found
лежало
dead.
ружье.
And near him
Перед
there
тем,
was a
как покончить
weapon.
жизнь самоубийством,
So, and after
юноша оставил записку,
having suicide,
который говорил
he
о том,
committed
что
a suicide. So
опасается стать
he
разочарованием для своих
he gave a
родителей и
copy.
учителей.
He
Вследствие
gave
того,
the
что он
paper
двумя
with
днями
the
ранее
text.
был арестован за вождение в нетрезвом состоянии.
And
Судя по всему, Джо был
and this
поймальчиком,
in this paper
который
there
был на
were
отличном
there was
счету
a
у
tag
окружающих взрослых, и арест, которому он
that he
подвергся,
was afraid
стал
of
для
being
него
punished by
трагедией,
his
которую он не смог
his
пережить.
parents, and
Результатом всего стала
but
неправильная реакция молодого человека,
he had to be
самоубийство,
arrested
которое теперь стало
and
причиной
being afraid
безутешного
of
горя для его отца и
of the
матери.
punishment, he
Как
decided to commit a
говорится, это был
suicide.
школьник высокого
So
полета.
this
Он
was
планировал
a teenager,
продолжить
good
обучение в
teenager. He
университете.
planned to
Но его
continue
планам и
his
мечтам не
education,
суждено было
but
сбыться. Он не
it
смог
wasn't
справиться с
possible for him
обрушившимися
because
на
he
его голову
couldn't
несчастьем
cope
в
with
виде ареста
this
дорожной
pain, with this hurt,
Если бы он остался живым,
because
то через 2
he
дня
was
должен был
supposed
явиться
to be
суд.
arrested.
Это то, с чем
And
школьник не мог
after
справиться
2 days, he had to come to the police station,
Родители Джо
but
так и не были
he couldn't cope with this
проинформированы о его
situation.
аресте. И
So
теперь они
parents of
считают,
Joe
что это стало
were not
решающим фактором
informed about his
или их
arrest, and
Судя
now
по
they
всему,
think that this
подросток
was
был
the
просто
main
обескуражен
factor,
тем,
the
что
cofactor
случилось,
of
и не рискнул
what happened.
поделиться с матерью и
So
отцом
he
происшедшим
didn't risk to
Но
share
попытка
what
выглядеть
happened with
совершенным и
him.
погрешным, в
This
первую очередь
attempt
в глазах родителей,
looks like easy and
сыграла с юношей злую шутку. Джо решил,
But
что он
however,
никогда не сможет оправдать их доверие и
Joe
разочаровал
felt
их
that he
настолько,
couldn't
что это помешает им
meet
принять его
the
как
meet
своего
the
сына. Юноша был уверен,
the
что он сможет
expectation
угодить
of
своим родителям, только
his
если будет
parents.
идеальным и безупречным
So that
всегда и во
he
всем.
thought that
Это
he
говорит о том,
must
что
be
он не был уверен
perfect.
в
He
безусловном
had to be
принятии со
perfect
стороны своих родителей.
because
Как
he
это ни
didn't
печально, но ни
understand
отец, ни
that
мать Джо не успели
he
донести до
had
своего сына
could
при
be
его жизни,
accepted
что ценят
by
и любят
his
его таким,
parents.
как он
And
был.
he didn't understand that he was appreciated and he was precious to his parents. So he was afraid of the reaction of the parents. So you see, because of the reaction, people commit suicides. Because of the reaction,
И вот реакция,
parents and relatives
родители, старшие,
punish. And
всегда наблюдают
so we adults and parents, we have to behave ourselves. We have to analyze our reaction because it can influence other
Любят
people's
его таким,
lives.
как он есть, со всеми недостатками и достоинствами.
So
Родители молодого человека не уверяли
the
его в том,
parents
что
of
его
this
ошибки не
teenager
смогут никогда
didn't
стать
show
препятствием тому, чтобы открыться
that
пред ними
his
и не
mistakes
оказаться отвергнутым.
are
То,
never
что
can
Джо
be
решился на такой отчаянный шаг, после
like
которого
the
уже ничего нельзя изменить,
the
говорит о том,
issue
что
for
подросток не знал,
him to
что принят
to
и любим
doubt that
своими
they love
родителями,
him.
безусловно. Он
He
думал,
never
что
felt
этим
accepted.
поступком он
He
разрушит
never
свое
felt
будущее и уже никогда не сможет достичь
that he
стандартов,
can actually
которым
make
так
a
стремится.
mistake.
Ведь Лоутон,
So
отец Джо,
he
сказал
he
впоследствии
was
про
very
сына: «Джо был
disappointed.
идеальным
And
сыном,
his
который
father
никогда не
once said,
разочаровывал семью.
Joe was a
Он был
perfect
само
son.
воплощение
He
успеха.
never
Он делал
disappointed the
все, о чем
family.
его просили.
He
Он
had
был
always a
идеальным
success.
сыном,
He
и
was
его
a
все
success.
любили.
He
Директор
was
школы, в которой
perfect.
учился
He
Джо,
was
Хью Адамсон,
ideal
описывает
son.
покончившего с собой
But
подростка
the
так:
director, the principal of the school said
образцово-показательного студента,
that
и
this was
добавляет:
actually the
он был
teenager who
примерным
was
учеником,
perfect.
очень
He was
добросовестным,
a
пунктуальным
sample,
и
really a sample for
абсолютно
others.
надежным. За
Very
своей- за
punctual,
свой
very
перфекционизм
reliable.
юноша, скорее
But
всего, и
because of
поплатился.
his perfectionism,
Перфекционизм
he
с
paid
английского
this huge price,
«совершенный,
which is his
безупречный»
life.
означает
So
стремление к
perfectionism
совершенству
is
и
kind of
высокие
being a
требования в
perfect,
первую очередь
striving
самому
for being
себе.
perfect,
Стремление,
but
чтобы
also
всё было
very
идеально в лучшем виде. В данном случае неправильная
requiring
реакция
to be
перфекционизма
requiring to
опасна тем,
himself.
что такого человека
So
преследует
perfectionism
страх
is
упасть с
dangerous
высоты,
because
на
all the
которую уже
time
поднялся.
the person
Помимо
is
этого,
afraid
он
of
болезненно воспринимает даже
of
самые
fallen.
незначительные неудачи.
The
Такие
person
люди
is,
склонны
and that's why
придавать
he
большое
can't
значение своим
accept
проступкам,
his
рассматривая
errors,
собственную
his
ценность в
mistakes.
терминах достижений и
The person can't
продуктивности,
just
часто
relax
оценивая
and understand
происходящее,
that
исходя
you
только
have
из
to just
крайних
analyze,
оценок:
but
или
not
всё,
feeling
или ничего.
guilty.
Склонность на
So
Тоже
the person
реакция.
can't stand up.
Склонность на всё реагировать,
So you
как
see the reaction, the wrong
перфекционизм,
reaction.
приводит человека к
If
тому,
you're a
что
perfectionist,
своих целей
so
он
and
добивается
it
ценностью
leads
собственного
to
здоровья.
the
При
thing
этом
that
цели, которые он ставит перед собой,
this
заведомо
person
высокие.
fulfills his
В связи
dreams,
с
his
чем
goals,
от пути к
achieves his
достижению
dreams
такой человек
with a
легко
very
зарабатывает
huge and
ежедневные
very high
расстройства,
price.
бессонницу, потерю
And
аппетита и
sometimes,
острую реакцию на
and
малейшие
mostly
замечания.
this price
Но в
is
жизни
a
не
health
бывает, чтобы
or
успех
relationship
сопутствовал
with other
всегда.
people.
Рано или поздно в жизни
So you
каждого
can't have
человека
all the time
случаются неудачи.
success.
Однако
Sometimes
человек,
there are
обладающий
failures,
реакциями
but
перфекциониста,
with the right,
неправильно.
with the wrong
Сказать,
reaction, with the reaction of
не привык
perfectionism,
падать, не привык проигрывать.
this
Он
this
уверен,
guy, this
что
person
его
can't just
всегда должен ждать успех.
have
Любой
can
провал
lose,
воспринимается
just
таким человеком как
can't have
катастрофа
a
и
failure.
для самоедства.
So for him, it's
А
like a
это очень
calamity,
опасное
like a
состояние.
catastrophe.
Но, как сказал
And
всем
being in
известный
this
Билл Гейтс
state,
в
it's very
1955 году,
dangerous.
рождения,
Bill
американский
Gates once
предприниматель
said,
и общественный деятель: успех плохой учитель. Он
success
заставляет
is a
умных
bad
людей
teacher.
думать, что они не могут проиграть.
He makes
Именно на
other
этот
people
опасный крючок
think
попал
that they
американский
can't
школьник,
lose.
наивно
So we
предполагавший, что
see
всю свою
the
жизнь
example
он
of
пройдет
this
бодрым
quotation
шагом,
in
ни
the
разу
life of
не
this guy, of this
споткнувшись и не упав.
teenager.
Именно это заблуждение
So
и
he
привело
thought
к той
that he
нелепой
could
трагедии,
be perfect
которая
all the time,
разыгралась с 17-летним
and
парнишкой
never
без
having the
который не
experience with
нашел ничего
failure.
лучше, как
He
застрелиться и
thought that
забиться
he
в
should
друзья
be
из-за того, что
perfect
его
all the time,
остановили за
and
вождением в
not
нетрезвом виде.
having
Живя
any
в атмосфере
resolution.
высоких
She
ожиданий,
shot
или
himself
сам
with the
загнав
weapon.
себя в ловушку
So he
гипертрофированного
was
чувства
in the trap
ответственности и
of
стремления к совершенству под названием
of this
перфекционизм,
feeling,
Джо увидел единственный
perfectionism.
возможный для него выход из
So
сложившейся
and
ситуации.
the only
Хотя если бы он не был
resolution
так
was the
оптимистичен,
suicide.
он увидел,
But he should have seen that there are a lot of resolutions actually. So how often our election depends on how we analyze our life and how we perceive different things. So what would you do if you had the same place? How would you react if your, for example, beloved daughter got pregnant, for example, at 16? What would you do? What would be your reaction if your teenage girl got pregnant at 16? And you didn't plan for her being a mother at such a young age. So what will you do? And the second question, who would she address to? Do you think it would be you or other people or the father of the child? So what do you think about this? What would be your reaction?
Карл Макси Брашир, американский военный водолаз. Я смотрел. Первый афроамериканец среди выпускников военно-морской школы водолазов и спасателей сказал замечательную фразу: «Не стыдно упасть».
Karl Marx once said, it's okay to fall, but the main thing is to stand up. So the right reaction is to stand up. And this teenage boy should have stood up. So we have to foster our kids to have the right reaction when we lose, when we have losses. So this is what is the right reaction, and this is what keep us alive and avoid catastrophes in our lives. So let's pass to the second chapter. So how do you react when you have reproaches and when you face criticism? So I would like a woman read, because she reads good, well, and quickly. So what is your reaction towards remarks, criticism? So the second chapter is devoted to researchers dealing with the right and the wrong reaction. So the role is very important of the right direction, the right reaction. So in the next two chapters, we should discuss types of reaction, so we could change and make positive shifts in our lives. So so the first reaction is, how do you react when you face criticism, when you have remarks, reproaches? So Tatiana is sure that so this story about Tatiana, whose resume was seen, and she was very proud of it, actually, because she worked at a shop and she sent her resume, but she wanted to move forward. So that's why she sent her resume. So this day she was extremely happy because she dreamt about leaving her village and she wanted to be financially successful. So that's why she had some expectations about her future. And so she finished school and accountant courses. And after the first interview, she had the position of the accountant assistant. So she was so happy, and she had promotion, and she had a good job. She had a success financially. She felt confident, and she had happy pictures and happy plans about her future, about her relatives, her relatives. So once she had to prepare the report, the accounting report, and once she deleted very important documents. And after this, she was shocked, and she couldn't ask nobody about these important documents. So she tried to fix the situation. To every 10 minutes, she smoked the cigarettes and trying to cope with the situation. And the board asked her to send the report. And after the next question, why the report is not done, she answered she can't do this because nobody helps her. She got angry, she got irritated. So she was very irritated, and she talked in this way with the board. So she said, "What do you want from me?" And the director actually reproached her, saying that if you're going to communicate like this all the time, actually you won't pass this trial period, and you won't move forward in this job. So, but Tatiana kept saying, "You are wrong. I deleted these documents, but you didn't explain how to cope with it, how to cope with this software, with this program. So you are guilty." So Tatiana got fired. So you see, when the person feels guilty, he tries to involve other people. So her colleague tried to help her, but the girl couldn't cope with her emotions. Instead of taking these reproaches and taking them into consideration and analyzing her behavior, she couldn't cope with it. So she was irritated. She insulted her colleague. So that's why she got fired. So the incapacity to communicate, she couldn't face different kind of situations. So she lost the opportunity. She lost the possibility to work in this job. So how many typical situations do we have in our lives? So this reaction destroyed actually her relationships with the board. So she had to come back to her village. So this is how we always destroy, we always ruin actually our plans for the future. So how do you react when you have criticism, when you face criticism? If the principal, if your director rebukes, reproaches, what is your reaction? So here's my advice: pay attention to develop the capacity to react in the right way, because if the wrong reaction interrupts us from being blessed, and that's why we lose opportunities. Even this little reaction can discover you as a human being. But you have to understand that the sense of the criticism is to help you. Because when you do something wrong, and nobody tells you that you are doing something wrong, this is a bad sign. But when people care about us, so they say actually criticism. So you have to understand this issue. It's very important in your life. So, and I want to say that the word criticize means to correct, like make corrections. I know it's not easy and it's not pleasant to receive remarks, reproaches, but it means that people care about you. People are not are not careless. They are supportive. They want help. So it means that your reaction should be, you have to be grateful. You have to be grateful and thank to people that they try to help you. So we have to perceive of all the kindness and all the criticism and remarks as a good thing, because somebody stopped to tell that you are wrong. It means that this person cares about you. This is how the other person honors you, respects you. So in the same way, you have to give back this respect, this honor. You have to understand this care. So, and this is like a sign for you to change your way of thinking. So you have to understand that this person is interested in you, in your positive changes. But the wrong reaction, oh my God, I faced this huge criticism. I felt guilty. I felt awful. This is the wrong reaction. But we should think that somebody find time to help us. Somebody found time, his own time, to help, to give some information. So in our turn, we have to think. We have to be grateful and respect this person.
Но почему же тогда даже ваши родные, близкие вам люди не замедляют ход своей жизни и не останавливаются, чтобы сделать вам комплимент?
For example, if you see other people making reproaches and you see it's not fair, you have to think that a lot of people do not stop for criticizing you. They just move forward. They don't care actually. But this person did it. So this is how this person wants to participate in your life, because he cares about your future, about your life. And after understanding this, we felt like relief that we have such a great person in our life. So after being criticized, we should feel joy. We should feel happiness. So once a very famous writer said, if you want to avoid criticism, don't do anything, don't say anything. So if you are criticized, you do right things. Yeah, maybe you make mistakes, but however, you want to move forward, you want to progress, you want to develop. So, and it's okay actually facing criticism. It's okay making mistakes, but at the same time, you have to know to perceive criticism. So, and the right reaction is to get benefit from this criticism. So, and the right reaction is gratitude towards those people who criticize you, who make reproaches. So now I'd like to recite the verse in Russian.
Если б только эти люди могли понять, какую роль они играют в наших судьбах, нам причиняя эту боль. Душа, не знавшая.
So this verse is about the people who play a huge role in our lives when they criticize us. Can you try again? Can you read again the verse, please? It's not just a text. So thanks to all
Спасибо всем, кто нам мешает, кто нам
Thank to all
намеренно
who
вредит, кто наши планы
agitate,
разрушает,
who
кто нас
mingled,
обидеть
who
норовит.
try to ruin our
Если б
plans.
только
Thank
эти
to
люди
those people.
могли понять, какую роль они
They don't
играют в наших
understand
судьбах.
that they play a
Нам
huge
причиняя
role
эту
in our
боль,
destinies. But making this pain by hurting us, they play a huge role in our lives.
закончила.
Ну как?
Hey, can you just change the intonation, please?
Вот, читай.
Okay, who can
Давай.
just read the
Пускай
verse,
это-
please?
это только, да. Ближе, оно уловит.
Спасибо всем, кто нам мешает, кто
Thanks
нам
to
намеренно
all
вредит, кто наши
agitate
планы
to
разрушает
us,
и нас обидеть
who
норовит.
ruin our
О,
plans
если б только эти
and who wants
люди
to hurt
могли
us.
понять,
Oh, you should
какую
know
роль они играют в наших судьбах,
that
нам
these
причиняя эту
people
боль.
play a
Душа,
huge role in our
не
lives
знавшая
by
потери,
hurting us.
душа, не знавшая
Our
обид,
soul,
чем
the
счастье
soul
в жизни будет
who
мерить?
don't know, who doesn't know
Радость с чем сравнит?
the pain,
Ну
can't
как мудрить
appreciate
и развиваться
joy,
без этих
happiness.
добрых, злых
So this is
людей?
a way of getting wisdom. This is a way of getting knowledge, information how to live. So,
Из ими
so
созданных
we have to
препятствий
understand that this is
возникнут тысячи
the
идей,
way for us
наполненных
to
добром и светом.
appreciate
Повторяй
our
100
life.
раз. Спасибо вам
So this is how
за всё,
these
за
people
это.
don't understand
Что мы
that
делали без
they
вас?
fill our lives with the light. So we have to be grateful for that. So we have to thank them for that. So what would we do without you? What would we do without you?
Можешь так читать? Можешь так читать? Ну давай попробуем, как здесь будешь читать. Не, просто дай. Держите.
Спасибо всем, кто нам мешает, кто нам намеренно вредит, кто наши
The same
планы
verse, but the other girl.
нас обидеть норовит. О, если б только эти люди могли понять, какую роль они играют в наших судьбах, нам причиняя эту боль. Душа, не знавшая потери.
Душа?
не
Не,
знавшая
надо по
обид.
ритму, надо держать.
Чем счастье в жизни будет мерить? Прощение, радость, чем сравнит?
А?
Ну как мудреть и развиваться без этих добрых, злых людей? Из ими созданных препятствий возникнут тысячи идей, наполненных добром и светом. И повторяю я им 100 раз. Спасибо вам за все за это. Ну что б мы делали без вас?
Ну, давайте я попробую.
Pastor tries to read the same verse himself.
Спасибо всем, кто нам мешает. Спасибо всем, кто нам мешает. Спасибо нам... Ой. Спасибо всем, кто нам мешает. Кто нам намеренно вредит. Кто наши планы разрушает и нас обидит норовит. О, если бы только эти люди могли понять, какую боль они играют в наших судьбах. Какую роль они играют в наших судьбах, нам причиняя эту боль. Душа, не знавшая потери, душа, не знавшая обид. Чем счастье в жизни будет мерить? Прощение, радость, чем сравнить? Ну, как мудрить и развиваться без этих добрых злых людей? Из ими созданы препятствия, возникнут тысячи идей, наполнены добром и светом. И повторяю я им 100 раз, спасибо вам за все, за это. Ну, что мы делали без вас? Все, извините, я...
Также есть замечательное высказывание Томаса Уотсона-старшего, основателя IBM. Если вы хотите быстрее преуспеть, то должны удвоить частоту неудач. Успех лежит по ту сторону сторону
Еще
неудач.
раз, если вы хотите.
Если вы хотите
There's a
быстрее
quotation
преуспеть,
of the founder of eBay.
вы
If you want to
частоту
succeed
неудач.
Стату неудач
as soon as possible,
Если вы хотите.
so you have to double the quantity of your failures.
Еще раз.
So success is
Быстрее преуспеть,
is
то
in
должны
the
удвоить
borders
частоту
of
неудач.
failures.
Успех
So you have to double the quantity, the pace of your failures. So success is behind the failures, actually. So it means that if we want to succeed, so if we want to get to the top, so criticism must be heard twice often. So is it true? Is it true? Yeah, this resolution is quite shocking, but however, the resolution of the situation depends on how on your reaction, on how you react actually. So what's going on if we have the wrong reaction facing the criticism? Criticism, it's
Wow, еще раз. Критика.
criticism is a poison for weak people. Criticism is a poison for the weak and the medicine, the remedy for the strong.
Как яд мы реагируем или как...
So, how do we react? With the poison or with our... How do we react?
Значит, мы яд всё равно.
So we have to understand for ourselves.
Не по-разному, она должна
How, do we use poison
благодарность как лекарство.
and we are the weak? We are like
Значит, состояние сердца,
weak people.
значит, есть понимание жизни.
So what is our state of the heart? So criticism, it's not the poison, it's the criticism actually. So we have to develop the right reaction. Facing criticism, we lose a lot of things: career, dreams, relationships, confidence. So and after that, we can't achieve our goals. So and after that, actually, we got the reputation of people with bad behavior. But having the right reaction, the wrong reaction, we show who we are, who our true themselves. So
Такие, наверное, тоже среди нас, да?
we shouldn't think that nobody on the earth can make reproaches. We don't have to think about ourselves that we are perfect and nobody can't say anything like wrong, anything dealing with criticism. Nobody can't rebuke us. So we shouldn't be emotional. We should accept, perceive in the right way, and accept criticism, because actually it's a blessing for us, and we shouldn't perceive it like a curse for us. It's not a curse.
Тебя узнаешь, я так чувствую.
So please, you should analyze your reaction. So I see that somebody recognize himself or herself.
Но тогда вы должны помнить, что поступая так, человек сам себе подписывает
So you should
приговор, он своими
remember
собственными
that
руками
by doing
перекрывает
it,
себе
just
любой
sign,
путь наверх. В жизни
you
таковой
condemn
путь,
yourself
он
actually,
начинает идти по
because
Можно
you
сказать,
ruin
что
your
небо
own
тебе
way to the
закрывает
top.
все возможности,
You ruin your own way to move forward. This is how you close your opportunities. This is how you ruin your opportunities. So this is why you have to have the right reaction, and we have to develop. So having the wrong reaction means that we neglect, we ignore the opportunity. By doing it, we say, "Oh, I don't need changes. I'm okay. I behave well. Okay, leave me alone." So this is how we just ruin the way for us to change, to make positive shifts in our lives. Maybe we should, but the other reaction, we just don't want to face ourselves. We just don't want to encounter with ourselves, analyze ourselves, see what we should change. But instead of analyzing, we just create and we're just making excuses.
Таким образом, он теряет ту пользу,
It means
которую
that
может
actually
получить в
we are
данный момент.
driven
Всё, что
with
вы
our
пытаетесь делать в
emotions,
данный
but not
момент,
with our
это защититься и
sense,
оправдаться.
intelligence,
Я
and
хороший, и таким
reason.
образом мы не позволяем
So don't make excuses. Don't say I'm good, I'm good. So this is how we interrupt the truth, change our life.
Когда на любое замечание человек реагирует нервно и на эмоциях, то это означает, что он не понял сути критики.
So when we react emotionally, it means that we don't understand the sense, the meaning, the importance of the criticism. So we think that this is the danger, and in order to avoid this danger, we refuse accepting it. We think that this is the way to ruin us, but it's not like this. We have to see that in every criticism, we have to see this gold piece, because every rebuke, every reproach can change our life in a positive way.
Карикатурист, телеведущий, слова которого я процитировал в начале этой главы, зависит только от вашей правильной или неправильной реакции. Критика убивает нас в том случае, когда
So once a performer, humorist said that criticism kills us only if we react emotionally. So if we react emotionally on criticism, this is only how the criticism can kill us. But if we control emotions, if we control our negative emotions and get of it positive things, it can be really remedy. It can be really medicine for us. So, and criticism is given for us to resolve, to cope with problems that haunting us all the time. So, how to have the right reaction? First of all, we have to understand, if we face criticism, we have to have only the one reaction, gratitude, because this person cares about me. So if this is the case, so I have to honor and respect this person more and more. So, and I let this person make reproaches and say criticism more and more. So I let this person to do this, because I don't want to fail. I don't want to be in the bottom of the life. So, and this is why with pleasure I'm gonna put myself in the position to let our people make reproaches. So we have to understand that being reproached is a must. So, and we have to show people that I'm open, I'm ready to receive, to accept more criticism. But there are situations when people when people just disappear when they hear criticism. So in this case, this is the wrong reaction. So what is the right reaction to get benefit from this? So first of all, we have to remember that we can't know for sure, for 100%, what this person means. So we can just suppose, we can just suggest what other people think, but very often it's not the case. So sometimes we just imagine something. We think this person thinks this in this way. So when we are criticized, it doesn't matter if we are guilty or not. We should ask forgiveness. Just say, I'm sorry for making mistake, for doing this or that. Just say sorry. You have to apologize that because of you, the mistake was made, and as a result, there were like bad results. there was a bad accident. So if you're responsible or not responsible, it doesn't matter. If you are guilty or not, your first reaction is to apologize and say, please forgive me. This is a mature attitude. This is a mature reaction towards the accident. But I'm really interested in why we do not react like that. Why when we make a mistake, why we protect. Why we don't say, I'm sorry, I recognize my fault, I'm sorry. Why we don't say that? Why we make excuses? But frankly speaking, why do we protect? So we protect ourselves because it is laid at the layer of instincts. But you know you are wrong, and you have the fear of being punished. So and people make excuses because they want to protect themselves because of inner instincts, maybe. He doesn't try to analyze. It doesn't matter what's going on, but the first reaction is to protect, is to prove that no, you are wrong, I am right, I'm not guilty. So this is the wrong reaction. However, in our society, it's widely spread. So it means that you try to avoid reaction. And I think that the person is more focused on the process, but not on the goal. For example, me, when I'm facing this kind of things, I'm analyzing criticism, and I'm asking myself what I have to change, what I have to do to improve the situation and to get benefit from the criticism.